right, Coach Simmons, at this point, the Rattlers are 4-1. Just talk about the team being exactly where you wanted to be this time of year.
Well, we've always talked about controlling our own destiny, and that's what you do when you win the first game in the Orange Blossom. So since then, we've been able to go 3-0 in conference play. And so like I told the guys, after every game, we don't have to look at checking phones for scores and worrying about who played who. So as long as we control our own destiny, we're right where we want to be. Not playing our best ball at all times. Obviously, that's a work in progress, but the win is the most important thing. So to be 4-1, but more importantly, 3-0 in SWAC play, that's where we wanted to be at this point in the season.
Coach, in any championship year, which is the goal of this team, you're going to have games that you win that are not actually, you're not actually playing your best. How's your team handling and trying to prepare and clean up those little things?
Well, for us, it's about that relentless mindset, that constant pursuit of excellence that we talk about all the time, and again, when you play at a place like FAMu, the expectations are sky high. Everyone expects you to play great ball every week as a team, as units, as positions, and when we fall short, we know the critics are going to be there, but that's the passion that makes FAMU who it is. We embrace it, we love it, and again, the expectation is through the roof, but it is for us too, and so, we're not meeting our expectations, so it's not like we're content with where we are. We know that there's things we got to work on. That's why we practice every day. That's why we watch film and do the things that we do to try to make sure that we prepare ourselves to play that best game when it's time to. So we know it's another great test this week against a really good Southern football team. We need a great week of preparation, but the guys understand the excellence, that the standard is always excellence.
Coach, when I saw the schedule, I looked at the Mississippi Valley game as a trap game in the sense. I said, you got big game against Alabama State, big game against Southern. How can we make sure that the team does not let down during the week of Mississippi Valley? Is that something that you might have seen, or just things were just not being executed properly?
Well, no excuses, but Mississippi Valley is one of the toughest places to play in the conference. Long bus ride. We didn't get back to Tallahassee until 8:30 in the morning. And so, just the trip itself, driving through the Delta, playing, in front of their first home game, which was a great crowd for them, but nothing like what we see here at Bragg and what we've seen in the first 4 games. And so just bringing our own juice, being mentally locked in, facing a team that was 0-4 and had gotten beat pretty handily, lost to two Division I teams, 2 Division II teams, as a matter of fact. So just a mental battle during the week to get those guys to understand the level at which we need to play was something that we were worried about. I didn't want to downplay the game too much. So when you start using words like trap game, I think it kind of downplays the game. We talked about controlling our own destiny, playing Rattler football. We didn't do that at all times, obviously, but the second half we came out and did what needed to be done to put the game away. And so we showed that when we turn it on, we can turn it on with the best of them. We just got to prepare ourselves to do it for 60 minutes, and once we do that, I think everyone will see the true potential of this football team.
Coach, a big game in the SWAC this weekend. You visit Baton Rouge Southern, who's desperate to get that conference win. It's always a game when FAMU plays Southern. Just talk about what's going into the preparation and how important is that game this weekend?
Well, we talked about it. Going to Southern is like teams coming to Bragg. It's going to be a packed house. It's a rivalry game. Our fans get up for that game. Their fans get up for it. It's a reason we're the only game that's out of state that's an interdivisional game every year. And so, we know what's at stake. We control our own destiny. They want to control theirs. And so it's going to be a tough football game. I play Eric Dooley a lot, so I know him. He knows me. I know what they do. He knows what we do. And so it's going to come down to the team that prepares the best and that's ready to accept the challenge and take care of all the things that go along with the 60-minute football game. So we got to mentally and physically prepare ourselves to be that team. If we do that, I think the rest takes care of itself.
The Florida Blue Florida Classic returns on Saturday, November 18th. Get ready for the greatest rivalry in HBCU sports as the Rattlers and Wildcats meet in Orlando. Experience the Florida Blue Florida Classic. Get your tickets now at floridaclassic.org.